And good evening, everyone. Welcome to TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH. We are continuing to have some internet/computer issues. We actually think it's a computer issue. Not sure what it is. You're going to see some glitching, it would appear, throughout the evening. You should be able to hear us audio-wise throughout the time, but for some reason we're having some dropped frame issues, and I'm not real sure what's causing it. Our internet connection is good. We've tried two different internet connections, both of which say they have strong internet, so it really is not making any sense why it is going in and out unless it's our program. So we're going to get through this contest, and then before we come back on Monday, we will do a complete reboot of our program and see if we can get things to work better. It is going to be time for the national anthem now. So we will let you hear the national anthem, and then we will tell you more about what's going to go on tonight as BPC plays host to Farmington in the varsity contest here.
At this time, will you please rise and move your caps and join us in the playing of our national anthem.
So that was the national anthem played tonight. Steve Sargent is the announcer this evening. In case you didn't know, there's snow expected tonight.
And now your starting lineups.
Here's the starting lineups for the two teams. First for the Farmington Farmers.
At a forward position, number 11, Riley Jensen.
Riley Jansen will be one of the starters.
At a guard position, number 12, Reese Utrich. At a guard position, number 23, Delaney Foster. At a forward position, number 25, Anna Wabel. And at a guard position, number 32, Emma Evans.
So it's Riley Jansen, Reese Putrich, Delaney Foster, Anna Weeble, and Emma Evans.
Lilibeth Mendez and Emma Vallis.
Here's the starting lineup for BPC. I believe they'll turn the lights out. Cheerleaders are here tonight. That's awesome to see.
And now the
Support for the Lady Spartans. Normally they're here. In the past, it's always been boys basketball.
At a guard position, number 10, Alyssa Zarello. At a guard position, number 25, Anna Curley. At a guard position, number 30, Ashante Strange. At a forward position, number 33, Kylie Norris. And at a forward position, number 35, Jalen Sickles. Here's Spartan
So that's the starting lineups for tonight's contests. Again, for the Farmers of Farmington High School is Riley Jansen, Reese Putrich, number 23, Delaney Foster, number 25, Anna Weeble, and number 32, Emma Evans. The usual suspects for BPC, Alyssa Zarillo will be jumping and starting. Ashanti Strange is out there. Jaitlin Sickles, Kylie Norris, and Anna Curley on the floor for BPC. Farmington won the jump. So it will be far side to Evans. Back up to Evans. She had passed it down to Foster. Now in the corner near side to 3 is long by Riley Jansen, and it'll go back the other way. Just underway here from Bushnell Prairie City High School. Shanti Strange has it. Alyssa Zarillo, 7:24 remaining in the first quarter. She rocketed one right over the top of Kylie Norris's head as Norris put her hands up, but it was pretty close and pretty hot, and she couldn't get their hands there in time to make the catch. So it's a turnover on the first possession for BPC. An air ball for the Farmers and a turnover for BPC. Kind of the same thing. There's a pass by Putrich. It's going to come out to Evans now. Skips it across to Jansen, now to Putrich for 3, left wing. It's off, no good. Rebound knocked around, picked up off the floor. I can't even see who that is. It's Evans down there. Emma Evans gets the first bucket of the game. Kylie Norris to Zarillo with 6:50 remaining here in the first quarter. We did play 6-minute quarters in the JV contest, but it is 8-minute quarters here in the varsity contest. Zarillo has it. Nobody's going to pick her up. She's got tons of space. Now she dribbles and then picks up the dribble. Anna Curley with it now. She looks into Kylie Norris. It's knocked away, picked up by Evans, and she'll go back the other way. Right side, 3 on the way by Foster is good. Delaney Foster hits the 3, and it's 5-0 Farmington. Now the ball tipped out of bounds. I believe tipping it out was Riley Jansen, but it's going to stay with BPC. They trail by 5 early in this one, 6:19 to go in the first quarter. Zarillo, an ill-advised pass, but it's going to end up being okay for BPC as it was tipped by Weeble and went off of Foster out of bounds. Jaitlin Sickles has it on the inbounds play from Curley. She's going to be fouled. She'll go to the free throw line to shoot 2. I believe the foul's going to be on Delaney Foster, her first. Jaitlin Sickles is going to get a chance to get BPC's first points from the free throw line. 6:13. First one's off, no good.
At the line for his scoring is Jaitlin Sickles.
Second one looks good, and it is good. Jaitlin Sickles goes 1 for 2 at the free throw line, and BPC has their first point of the game. They trail by 4, 5-1. Foster wide open again, right wing, and she nails it again. 2 threes and as many trips down the floor for Delaney Foster, and it's 8-1 Farmington. Now Zarillo is going to go. She's going to bounce it across to Curley. Her jumper's good. Anna Curley from Alyssa Zarillo, and BPC has their first field goal of the contest. They now trail by 5, 8-3. Evans gives it to Putrich. Right side to Foster. Back to Putrich. Now to Jansen. 3 on the way. Off, no good. That was by Putrich. Zarillo outlets it to Ashanti Strange. Goes back the other way. Gives it back to Kylie Norris now. Norris's runner's off, no good. Tipped around. Picked up by Evans. 5:13 to go here in the first quarter. Evans going to push it. Dumps it right side. Foster again for 3. That one is short. Rebound to Curley. She'll take it up for BPC. 5 minutes remaining. Kylie Norris from Alyssa Zarillo has it stripped away. And finally coming up with it is Weeble, and Weeble's going to get it out to Evans, and they'll go back the other way, 3-on-3. She goes right around Curley. Her layup is good. Emma Evans gets her second bucket. It's 10-3. And a timeout's going to be charged to BPC. It's a full timeout. Only had one timeout called in the JV contest that was not a mask timeout. That one was also called by BPC. BPC will have 4 timeouts remaining. This game being brought to you by Raritan State Bank, located at 360 South Green Street in Bushnell. They offer full-service banking and loan services. For all your banking needs, come visit the bank of friendly service or call them at 309-772-2345. Good luck, Spartans. Raritan State Bank is an equal housing lender and a member FDIC. And Hensley Grain in rural Bushnell has a long family history of taking an active role in the Bushnell-Prairie City School District and especially Spartan athletics. Good luck, Spartans, in 2021, and enjoy this winter athletic campaign. Of course, it's 2022 now. The 2021-2022 winter sports season. It'll be BPC basketball after the timeout. Curley inbounded to Strange. She tried to give it right back, and it was nearly stolen away by Putrich. Now Zerillo gets it to Strange. Strange across to Curley. 4:25 remaining. Kylie Norris comes up with it. It was tipped away by Jansen. Now it's going to go off of, no, Sickles saves it in, but it goes right to Putrich, and she pushes it back the other way. Foster again on the right wing. That time she pump fakes, drives, and she's going to get called for the travel. Subs coming in for BPC, including Elizabeth Suter, Jill Miller, and Elizabeth Gilfillan. Suter's going to get double teamed and then knocked down. It's knocked away. Possession to BPC. 4:03 remaining in the first quarter. We'll have a mask timeout at the next dead ball. Ashanti Strange gets it across to Zerillo. Pull-ups for about 19 feet. Her jumper's off, no good. Miller with the rebound and the putback, and she's fouled. Wait and see who the foul is on.
Farmington foul, number 11, Riley Jansen.
It's on Riley Jansen, her first, team second. Jill Miller is going to be shooting 2 free throws for BPC. First one is off, no good. 10-3 is the score. 3:53 remaining in the first quarter. Second free throw is good, just as Jaitlin Sickles did. Miller hits the second. Cuts the lead to 6 for the Farmers. 3 on the way by Jansen's off, no good. Gilfillan had it. Suter comes up with it. Now Gilfillan with it. Just going to give it to Ashanti Strange finally. Strange is going to get it across, and actually a foul is going to be called on Anna Weeble. Her first, team's third. 3:30 remaining here in the first quarter. Laura Stevens checking in. And number 15, Andrea Morse. Adrian Morse. And there is the media timeout. So we'll take a break as well and be back here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH right after this.
MDH has committed to having a top-notch OB-GYN unit.
The new facility, the Dolores Cater Schweitzer Women's Center, this is a quality facility that the patients need to match the quality of care.
And then we also have a new clinic, which is state-of-the-art.
And here at McDonough, we have a team. And everybody feels like they're a part of the successes that we have.
We have a strong team in our office and in labor and delivery. You will get the best care at McDonough District.
We're always moving. Scratch that. We're always moving forward. But forward can sometimes look a little backwards. Or like circles. Or like nothing at all. But we never stop. We never stop because life never stops. It's hard to stop a train.
And welcome back to Bushnell Prairie City High School, Farmington and BPC at the halfway mask break of quarter number 1. It's 10-4. Farmers with the lead. 3:30 remaining in the first quarter. Miller, Gilfillan, Zerillo, Suter, and Strange on the floor for BPC. Weeble, Evans are still on the floor, as is Putrich, but on the floor now is Laura Stevens and Adrian Morse for the Farmers. Zerillo on the dribble. Strange, 3, left side. Good.
3 for Ashanti Strange.
Ashanti Strange hits the 3, and BPC is clawing their way back in. They trail by 3, 10-7. Now Suter's going to pick up the foul for BPC. It'll be their first. Her first.
Spartan foul on number 24, Elizabeth Suter, her first, team first.
Ball will be out of bounds underneath their own basket. Evans will inbounds for the Farmers. Weeble going to drive, throws it up, off no good. Miller's going to fight with Weeble for it. Possession to BPC. That'll give Farmington the basketball at the end of the quarter if we make it that far without another jump ball. Evans knocks it out of bounds. Mr. Curley goes and gets it for Evans to keep her from having to walk up the floor. Inbounded to Zerillo. She's going to go, and she traveled with it. She lost it. She wanted to pass it. Gilfillan didn't cut to the basket, though, so she tried to do something else with it, but lost it on the way up. So it's a turnover after the travel. 2:55 to go here in the first quarter. Down low to Weeble. Weeble's shot is good. She gets her first 2 of the contest. Suter to Strange to Suter. And Suter, instead of looking at the basket, just looked away, and now Strange with it. Back to Suter. Suter's going to try the 3. It's off the rim, no good. Miller's going to tip it, but it's going to be saved in by Evans. Putrich is going to put it back the other way. 2:15 to go. Or Stevens with it. She backs it out. Tries to get it to Evans. Picked up off the floor by Strange to Zerillo. Back to Strange. Basket's good. 5 straight for Ashanti Strange. Back to a 3-point game, 12-9. 1:55 remaining in the first quarter. Putrich has it knocked away by Gilfillan, picked up by Strange. Miller has it now. Miller's going to bring it to the middle of the floor. Picks up her dribble, gives it to Zerillo with 1:43 remaining. Gilfillan is going to nearly lose it out of bounds. Zerillo twisted an ankle and fell down, but hops right back up. Glad to see she's not hurt, apparently, but timeout on the floor. It's a 30-second timeout. Going to be charged to the Farmers. That'll be their first timeout of the contest. As we're going to take a look at this fan section and the cheerleaders being here tonight. This game is being brought to you by Rosie's Pizza. Rosie's Pizza offers something for everyone with pasta, sandwiches, and, of course, pizza. Dine in or carry out at 458 East Main Street in Bushnell. They also deliver to Good Hope, Adair, and all points in between. For delivery, call 309-772-2101. So it is Farmers basketball. After the timeout, each team has called 1. BPC has 2 fulls and 2 30s left. Farmington has 3 fulls and 1 30 left. 1:33 to go in the first quarter. Evans to Stevens as they pass it back and forth at the top of the key. Putrich with it right wing. Off, no good, an air ball. Zerillo comes up with the rebound, and she's going to push it back the other way. Ashanti Strange gets it after it was knocked away momentarily. Gilfillan with it now. She's going to dribble, try to drive. She has it. She's going to be fouled, I believe, by Wable. Nope. Yep. Sorry about that, folks. He had one hand up to begin with, but then he changed to two. Second on Wable. Fourth on the team. Gilfillan, they're giving her 2 free throws? Huh. Gilfillan misses the first. Checking in for the Farmers, going to be number 11, Riley Jensen. Chance to cut it to 2 here after the first miss. This is the 6th free throw of the contest shot by BPC. Both of the prior 2 missed the first and made the second, just as Gilfillan did. It's a 2-point game. The Farmers have yet to shoot a free throw with 55 seconds to go in the first quarter. Jansen with it, up to Stevens. Jansen left side again. Morse was parked down at the block. They couldn't get her the ball. Putrich going to drive the baseline. It's off, no good. And it's going to be BPC basketball after a couple Farmers fighting over it, including Stevens and Putrich, with 40.2 seconds left and full court pressure on the inbound for the Farmers as they heave it right back at Suter, does Strange. Now Stevens is going to steal it away from behind on Zerillo. Stevens going to be blocked by Strange. It's going to go on the floor. And Suter, who pretty much got ran over by Putrich, was laying on the ground, grabbed the ball, but the problem was her elbow was out of bounds. Checking in for the Farmers, number 23, Delaney Foster. She'll replace Stevens, who takes a seat. Inbound to Evans. 20 seconds remaining in the first quarter. 3 on the way by Foster. Off, no good. Zerillo with the rebound. She gets it out to Ashanti Strange. 10 seconds left. Pushing it all the way down the floor. Pull up by Zerillo, fell short. Her right ankle gave out again. Evans from half court. Off, no good. Didn't quite get there. So at the end of one quarter of play, the score 12-10 with BPC. The Spartans trailing the Farmers 12-10. This game being brought to you by Good Hope Gardens. Good Hope Gardens located at 445 East Main Street in Good Hope. That's just east of the North Elementary School for West Prairie. Open April through October, so yeah, they're closed, but April's going to be here before you know it. That's the place to get all your fresh produce. Be sure to follow them on Facebook for updates. Grover and Mary Jo DeCounter and family invite you to Good Hope Gardens. Come see where it's grown. And Community News Brief. For all your local news, subscribe to the Community News Brief, weekly editions. They're having a little fun over there in the student section. The Community News Brief weekly edition is mailed directly to your home every Friday as an option. You can also receive Monday and Wednesday editions by email. All this for only $42 per year or $38 per year if you're 65 or older. Single copies can be purchased at select locations in Bushnell, Colchester, and Blandonsville. So it will be Farmington basketball. A drastic difference in that game, that first quarter, even though it did take a while. There was only one other jump ball besides change of possession. There was 4 jump balls per quarter in the JV contest. Evans with it. Just underway in the second quarter. Evans throws one up around Zerillo. She gets her 6th point. And a travel for BPC results in a turnover. Evans with it. Putrich looks at the 3, doesn't take it. Back Evans left wing. She'll take one. It's off the back of the rim, bounces high off the glass, nearly went back in. It's going to go off of Norris, out of bounds, possession to the Evans trying to find a spot to get it in. She can't. Norris steals it away. Now Strange is going to throw it right back to Putrich. Putrich is going to drive the hoop, but she's going to be fouled by Anna Curley. Curley will pick up her first foul, team's second. And for the first time, the Farmers are going to be shooting free throws. Reese Putrich going to be shooting 2. First one is good.
At the line for the Farmers, number 12, Reese Putrich.
Second one is no good. Kylie Norris with the rebound for BPC. Jalen Sickles way outside. You don't see her out there very often. She finally gives it to a guard. Zerillo's going to drive. Turnaround jumper, off no good. Sickles with the rebound, put back, off no good. But she's going to be fouled again. It's going to be on Putrich, her first.
Number 12, Reese Putrich, her first.
Team's 5th.
Team's second.
Sickles misses the first. She was 1 of 2 in the first quarter. Missed the first and made the second. And she does it again. Remains 50%. 4-point game, 15-11. Evans with it on the drive, backs it out. Putrich 3, left side. Good.
3 for Reese Putrich.
Give her 4 in the quarter. And a travel is going to be called. Good job of defense of cutting off the drive. Norris couldn't make her feet do what she wanted to with the defender in the way. Evans, Putrich going to try another 3 left wing this time. It's good again. Much like Delaney Foster hitting 2 in a row on successive trips down the floor in the first quarter. This time Putrich does it in the second quarter. And another foul on the Farmers is going to be called on number 23. Number 24, excuse me. Emily Valianatos picks up her first.
Her first, team 6th.
Bonus the rest of the way for the Spartans here in the second quarter. 6:03 remaining in the second quarter. Jalen Sickles from Kylie Norris can't get it to fall. And they're going to call a foul on BPC. It's going to be on 35, Jalen Sickles, her first, team's 3rd. So a 9-1 run to open the quarter here for the Farmers. That was a shot by Jansen off no good. Kylie Norris from Zerillo, now a jump ball. Will be possession to BPC.
In the Spartan lineup, number 24, Elizabeth Suter.
Elizabeth Suter checking in, replacing Anna Curley. 5:38 remaining in the first half. Shanti Strange with it. She's going to drive, pull up, just about the free throw line, off no good. Came a little hard at Jalen Sickles. She couldn't hold on to it, but it's going to be BPC basketball. Suter came up with it. Zerillo now, as her pass from Norris stolen away by Jansen. Evans going to get out to Putrich. She's going to try 3 in a row, and she nailed it. Reese Putrich hits another 3. That's 10 points in the quarter for Putrich. Now Sickles, a nice little spin move, and she's going to be fouled again. Riley Jansen's going to pick up the foul, her second, team's 7th. But it's going to be 2 free throws for Jalen Sickles. She is 2 for 4 on the night. First one is off, no good again. Stevens checks in for Farmington. Jill Miller checks in for BPC. Miller wearing number 22. Jalen Sickles made the second again. So she remains 50%. Now a timeout on the floor. Be a full timeout charged to the Farmers. We'll take a break as well and be back on TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH right after this.
Dry needling is where you insert a filiform needle into a muscle, a tendon, a ligament, sometimes a bone, and it promotes blood flow and circulation so that it heals that particular painful area.
I became a nurse practitioner because I wanted to do more, I wanted to learn more, actually have more hands-on individually with patients. The rewarding part for me is that I get to come to work and learn something new every single day.
I chose physical therapy because I knew I wanted to be in the healthcare field. I wanted to be able to help patients in some way related to more in depth. We get to know our patients, and that's really what kind of sets us apart.
Welcome back to Bushel Prairie City High School. A tale of two different quarters. BPC scored 2 points here in the second quarter. We're at 5 minutes remaining in this first half. Stevens has it for the Farmers, but the Farmers have went offensively crazy here in this quarter. Studer gets the steal, finally picked up by Strange, outletted to Miller. Miller's going to get it down to Zerillo. Baseline jumper. Man, that was not a pretty shot. It's going to be Strange coming up with it, getting back to Zerillo. Gilfillan going to drive, dump it out to Strange. Suter down the baseline to Zerillo. To Strange, to Gilfillan. To Miller. It goes right through her hands. Man, they throw some hard passes. No wonder they can't catch him. No finesse. It's going to be a steal. Putrid's going to try another three, and that one she missed finally here in this quarter. She's got 3 of them in the quarter. That one was off, no good. 4 minutes remaining. We'll have a mass timeout at the next dead ball. It's 24-12. Suter's going to drive. Gives it to Strange. She can't hold on to it. Evans is going to go the length of the floor. Zerillo stops her. Out to Foster for 3. It's off, no good. Zerillo comes up with it. Now Suter. She has it stripped away by Foster, picked up by Zerillo. It's a scrum on the floor without the basketball. Miller to Suter. Suter tries to get it across. And Putrich is going to be called for the travel. It'll be BPC basketball, and that was a comedy of errors. And there is the mass timeout. So we'll take a break as well and be back here on TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH right after this.
Some farmers I know swear by a name. Say they'd never operate anything else. Well, here are a few names for my Fendt 900 Gen 6 series. Fuel Saver, Time Maximizer, Game Changer. I like those names.
My MDH Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation does more than just tape ankles.
They get us back on the court.
My MDH Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation
helps me reach peak performance in the weight room.
Prepares me for competition.
My MDH physical therapists and the fitness programs MDH offers help me on my road to recovery and improve my quality of life.
Come see why MDH Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation was voted best of the best in McDonough County.
And welcome back. BPC to inbound here. They trail by 12, 24-12. It was 12-10 at the end of the first quarter. Shanti Strange puts up the jumper, free throw line, off no good. Ball tipped around. Gilfillan's going to come up with it. Her shot's off no good. Gilfillan's going to be shooting 2 free throws. Couldn't tell who.
Foul on number 25, Anna Wable. That is her third.
Anna Wable going to pick up Gilfillan. Shooting 2, makes the first. She's the first Spartan player to make the first free throw. And she makes the second. A nice pass and a nice shot by Anna Wable.
Basket by Valianatos.
Oh, 24, not 25, excuse me. Valianatos.
Foul on number 24, Elizabeth Cedar.
Elizabeth Suter picks up her second. Team's fourth.
Number 33, Kylie Norris.
Kylie Norris. Checks in. She comes up with the steal. Zerillo to Suter, to Norris. And another jump ball is going to be called. Possession this time is going to go to Farmington.
Jump ball, possession, Farmington.
Evans will bring it up the floor for the Farmers. 2:20 to go in the first half. Stevens to Putrich to Valinatos. Now Evans is going to drive. Somehow, I'm not real sure how she lost that. They're going to call that. One official said it was BPC basketball. Another official is going to come in and say that it's Farmers basketball. I think Zerillo actually grabbed it before it touched out of bounds. Two-three zone on the inbound. Evans going to try a 3 right wing. Right corner off no good. I think Norris might have got away with the travel. Then she's going to have it knocked away by Putrich. Picked up by Gilfillan, and then foul's going. Well, they called over and back, which probably technically was over and back, but she got taken out by Valianatos. Evans with it. Stevens. 1:50 remaining in the first half. Stevens, Putrich down to Valianatos. Evans, Stevens, 3 on the way by Putrich. Good, and she could have had a 4-point play. The referee says no, I don't think so. 3 or 4 threes for Putrich here in the second quarter. And this is, and they're going to, yeah, she got away with that the last time, but didn't get away with it that time. A completely different shooting team. It was a 3. Anna Curley is going to check back in.
Returning near smart lineup, number 25, Anna Curley.
1:25 remaining in the first half. Putrich down to Villanatos. Thrown away. Picked up by Norris. She goes to Zerillo. Zerillo turnaround jumper. Off no good. It's going to stay with BPC. 1:07 remaining. Strange 3, top of the keys, short and out of bounds. 1:03 remaining. It will be Farmers with the basketball at the 1-minute mark of the second quarter. They have come to life thanks to the three-point shooting of Reese Putrich. Evans, Valianatos, and she's going to be fouled by Gilfillan. Elizabeth Gilfillan put the hip out there and the leg and tripped her.
Foul number 20, Elizabeth Gilfillan, her first, team fifth.
Bad pass for the Farmers. It's going to be back to the other way as nobody touched it, so it has to go back to where it came in bounds, or where it was supposed to come in bounds. Curley's going to inbound. 46.1 seconds remaining here in the first half. Curley with it. Her pass tipped. Stevens comes up with it. She goes to the layup. It's off, no good. Curley with the rebound. 35 seconds. Out to Norris it comes. To Zerillo. Zerillo's going to try three. Nope. A two. It's a two.
That is a two for Alyssa Zerillo.
Alyssa Zerillo gets her first points of the contest. Valianatos is going to get called for a travel. 16.8 seconds left, and BPC trying to reclaim some lost ground here at the end of the second quarter. Norris with it to Strange. 8 seconds remaining. Curley's going to try three left wing. It's off the back of the rim, no good. Stevens with the rebound, 2 seconds. She's going to loft it up. It's off the side of the backboard, no good. That's how the first half will end. BPC trails the Farmers of Farmington High School 29-16. We'll be back on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, in just a couple minutes.
MDH has committed to having a top-notch OB-GYN unit.
The new facility, the Dolores Cater Schweitzer Women's Center, this is a quality facility that the patients need to match the quality of care.
And then we also have a new clinic, which is state-of-the-art.
And here at McDonough, we have a team. And everybody feels like they're a part of the successes that we have.
We have a strong team in our office and in labor and delivery. You will get the best care at McDonough District.
At Country Financial, we enjoy serving the community in which we live, big or small.
I love living in the Blandonsville area. It's where I grew up, went to school, and decided to raise my family. I never had a desire to live or work anywhere other than in a small town. I feel lucky to help my longtime friends and neighbors with their insurance needs. It's like working with family every day.
I'm Brett Powell, your local Country Financial representative, whose door is always open to work with you.
All right, here we go. We got Chuck-a-Duck contest. I don't know how many ducks were received or sold, but I know Johnny Miller had a whole bunch of them last night. There's a bunch of them bouncing around out there. They're having a little problems getting them the distance that they need. A lot of the fan section has them. One right on the edge of one of the rings. A couple of them right on the edge of the rings. It's getting a little closer now. There's one in a ring. Two of them in a ring.
And the Ducks are over in 10, 9, 8.
So last second ducks being thrown.
6, 5.
They're counting down, and one little girl's got a whole bunch more of them to sell, to throw. And that's it. The Ducks have been tossed. Not sure who was the winner of that, but we'll see if they announce who the winners were. They are going to do half court. They're going to ask for some help picking up the Ducks, but they're going to do the half court shot again. So we will get some half court shooting here while we go over some statistics from the first half. Whole lot of free throws for BPC. We'll tell you about those in just a second.
Are Lucy Brandt and a Jessica from Farmington.
Lucy Brandt and a Jessica from Farmington are the winners of the Chuck-a-Duck. So 16 points, just 6 in the second quarter for BPC. BPC 7 of 12 from the free throw line. If it wasn't for that, this game would be a whole lot worse than it is. But really, it's the three that's hurt BPC, or giving up the three, I should say. As Reese Putrich had 4 threes on her way to 13 points in the second quarter to lead all scorers. And Delaney Foster had 2 threes in the first quarter to help her squad out. 6 points for Emma Evans. The Farmers are just 1 of 2 from the free throw line. That's all the free throws they shot there in the first half. So not many free throws shot by the Farmers as we get ready to move into the third quarter here. And we do have half-court shooting going on. There was a few of them made in the first. Nate Kramer's shot was not close, and he took about 2 steps past the half-court stripe before he shot it. A few more of them coming here as they're paying $1 for a half-court shot. That one was close. That one was even closer off the backboard. Well, they're not sure who that is out there, but he's putting up some dollar bills to try and get some shots made here. Oh, here comes Coach Snyder. Coach Snyder takes $1 because he doesn't have his wallet on him. He's going to try to shoot a half-court shot here. There's a half-court. It looks good. It's good. There's one half-court shot made. Here's another half-court shot coming here. Bank shot, no good. That one's off, no good. Coach Snyder still waiting to take his shot. Conley's going to try to throw one backwards. Perfectly good waste of $1 bill right there. Here comes Coach Snyder. Off. Barely missed it. It was a good shot for not having a chance to warm up. $17 points in the second quarter for the Farmers, and 13 of them came from Reese Putrich, who had 4 threes. This game tonight being brought to you by McDonough District Hospital. Thank you for voting McDonough District Hospital Rehabilitation Center as best of the best of McDonough County. Let their experienced and dedicated sports medicine and rehabilitation staff show you why MDH has been voted best of the best in 2017, 2018, 2019, and again in 2020. 3 convenient locations to serve you, 2 in Macomb and 1 in Bushnell. And Heil Enterprises and Heil Trucking. They can take your product down the road near or far, and also offer top-notch heavy-duty truck and trailer repair. The second-generation business continues to grow and continues to support BPC Athletics. Stop by and see Danny or Travis on Route 41 south of Prairie City, or call them at 309-775-3333. And M&B Furniture, Bushnell's only furniture store. M&B Furniture is a mainstay in the community and offers free delivery within 40 miles. For everything you need to furnish your new home or replenish an old one, stop and see the fine folks 41 West Main Street, or find them on Facebook, Instagram, or on the web at www.mbfurnitureiinc.com. You can also call them at 309-772-2111. Just under 3 minutes to go in halftime here. BPC and Farmington are both out on the floor. We'll take a short break and be back on TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH in just a couple minutes.
My MDH Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation does more than just tape ankles.
They get us back on the court.
My MDH Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation
helps me reach peak performance in the weight room.
Prepares me for competition.
My MDH physical therapists and the fitness programs MDH offers help me on my road to recovery and improve my quality of life.
Come see why MDH Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation was voted best of the best in McDonough County.
And we are back here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Trying to have a little crowd fun in the background. Coach, or Mr. Sargent is all over it, even if the kids and the crowd isn't really into it. So 1:50 to go. Again, it was a 17-6. Excuse me, a 17-6 second quarter that ended up being the difference. This is a 29-16 game, but it was 12-10 at the end of the first quarter. We'll point out, though, that BPC came back at the end of each one of the two quarters. It was a little bigger than that. It was 29, I believe, to 12 at one point. But BPC didn't get a bucket until very late in the quarter when Alyssa Zerillo scored her first 2 points of the game. Everything else in the quarter had been free throws. Spartans were 4 of 6 from the free throw line in the second quarter. They were 3 of 6 in the first quarter. In fact, every time they've went to the free throw line, they had missed the first and made the second until Elizabeth Gilfillan broke that streak with 2 back-to-back makes in the second quarter. So it will be BPC basketball to start the second half of play as they stop the clock and get things started about a minute early here. Again, you're watching BPC versus Farmington from Bushnell Prairie City High School, and the inbounds pass goes off of Kylie Norris's fingers, out of bounds. Possession to the Farmers. There's Putrich. Man, I wouldn't leave her open at all. I'd make boxing one the way she was scoring. There's Wabel with the bucket. She gets the first 2 of the second half. Zerillo with it now, 7:36 to go in the third quarter. Zerillo with the basketball. She's going to try to drive, and she's going to be fouled, I believe. Who'd they call that on? Was it on Evans or was it on somebody else? It is on Evans. Her first, team's first of the second half. And just like that, another foul. This one, I would guess, is going to be on Riley Jansen from the hand motion. It is her third. Team's second. More free throws coming for BPC. Kylie Norris this time, shooting for the first time tonight. She'll have 2. 7:23 to go in the third quarter. First free throw is good.
At the line for Spartans, Kylie Norris.
Second free throw by Norris. Off the back of the rim, no good. She broke another streak there. Evans with it. Foster to Putrich. And she gets called for the travel as Jaitlin Sickles cut off the baseline and held her ground. And Putrich travels with it. Zerillo drives around Evans. Cuts inside of Jansen. Pull-up jumper from about 8 feet is short. Gets her own rebound. Falling down, throws it up. And Foster is there with it. Or excuse me, Jansen's there with it. Back to Jansen from Putrich. Putrich with it again. 6:48 remaining. Evans to Putrich. Wide open. Left wing three. He's off, no good. Rebound by Foster, and she gets the basket to fall. Her first non-three-pointer of the contest. Just like the other quarters, the quarter is opening with run from the Farmers. 6:25 remaining in the third quarter. Ashanti Strange with it. Goes to Zerillo, who can't handle it, and finally tracks it down at the half-court stripe. Ashanti Strange, pull-up jumper, free throw line. Good.
Ashanti Strange.
Give her 7 points on the night. Wavell looks down to Foster. Foster backs out. Shot blocked by Sickles. And then a foul is going to be called on BPC. We'll see if it's on Sickles or Zerillo. It's going to be on Zerillo, her first. Team's first of the second half.
Personal foul on number 10, Alyssa Zerillo. Her first.
2 free throws. Coming, can't see what number that is. It is Foster. She makes the first.
On the line is Delaney Foster.
Second one coming. Good as well. Zerillo has it stripped away by Putrich. Putrich comes up with it, and she goes back the other direction. Bounces it to Evans, a little behind the back, no-look pass there. Jansen. Wable puts up the shot, rattles around, and falls in. It's her 4th point of the half. Curley for 3. It's long, tipped around. Wable comes up with it. Evans now goes back the other way. 5:05 remaining in the third quarter. Wable out to Foster, to Evans for 3. It's off, no good. Rebound picked up off the floor by Norris. Out to Ashanti Strange, and Strange can't handle it. It goes out of bounds. 4:50 remaining in the first half of the second half. That means it's the third quarter. 37-19. Jansen to Putrich to Evans, out to Foster for 3. She hit 2 of those in the first quarter. Can't hit that one. Strange with the rebound. Strange pushes it back the other direction. Zerillo, 10-foot line, left side to Curley. Curley looks into Norris, stripped away by Wable, but Norris comes back up with it and gets the bucket to fall. Kylie Norris gets her 3rd point of the quarter. 16-point lead for the Farmers. Foster to Evans. Putrich for 3, left wing. Good. Give her 5 threes on the night for Reese Putrich. Timeout. It's going to be a 30-second timeout charged to the Spartans, but it will be a full timeout. It will be expanded into the media timeout. This game is being brought to you by Webb Family Farms. Webb Family Farms has been growing corn, soybeans, and Spartans for 5 generations. Nathan, Lisa, Jamie, Cyrus, Terry, and Linda wish all BPC athletes good luck this season. And Farmers and Merchant State Bank of Bushnell. For over 100 years, Farmers and Merchant State Bank of Bushnell has been serving the local community's needs for personal and business banking as well as home and agricultural lending. Stop by the main branch at 484 East Main Street or their drive-up facility on Cole Street to learn more. F&M is a member FDIC and an equal housing lender. And King Family Chiropractic. King Family Chiropractic, with locations in Bushnell and Macomb, supports Bushnell Prairie City athletics. They offer office hours in Macomb, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and Bushnell, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. To set an appointment, call 309-837-MY-DC. That's 309-837-6932. They also perform DOT and CDL physicals for just $85. 3:54 remaining here in the third quarter. The Spartans trail the Farmers 40-21. Gilfillan, Miller, and Suter checking in for BPC. They were in a bunch to break the press and then realized there wasn't any press. The Farmers actually going to a 1-2-2 zone here against BPC. They have not played that. They played pretty much strictly man all night long. Strange with a jumper. It's off, no good. Foster with a rebound. She's going to give it to Evans. It'll go back the other way for the Farmers. 3:35 remaining. Putrich. Back to Putrich from Jansen. Evans out to Foster. She'll try a 3. It's short. Miller with the rebound for BPC. 3:21 remaining in the third quarter. Zerillo with it now, crossed half court. She'll go to, tries to go to Ashanti Strange. I'm not real sure that Manute Bull could have picked up that pass. That was way over the head of Ashanti Strange. Donna Giles, it's great to see you watching us again from Belvedere, Washington. I have a piece of TSSR attire getting produced as we speak for you. We're going to send out to you. And I know Mr. Bowman shouldn't encourage Coach Schneider, should we? You probably have a good point there. Evans with the run and the bucket. She gets her 8th point. Zerillo gets the bucket to fall. Very quickly back the other way. Putrich with it, 2:25 remaining. 3 on the way by Jansen is good. Riley Jansen. Suter with it. She goes to Strange, 2:03 remaining. A 2 on the way by Zerillo, off no good. Putrich gets the rebound and brings it up the other way. Evans is going to drive the baseline, dumps it out to Riley Jansen. She's going to try another 3. She misses that one. Putrich had the rebound, stripped away. Strange comes up with it, 1:43 remaining. Suter with it. Miller. Zerillo, 1:23. Strange from about 17 feet. Her jumper's good. That's a 2, Dwayne, not a 3. Her number starts with a 3. Threw me off. 45-25. 3 on the way. Long by Putrich. It's going to go off of Evans, out of bounds. Just under a minute to go here in the third quarter. 59 seconds remaining. Suter on the dribble. Had it stripped away, gets it back. Gives to Zerillo. 41 seconds remaining. Now Strange is going to be fouled, I believe, by Evans or Putrich. I think it's on Putrich. It is. Reese Putrich going to pick up her second.
Putrich, her second. Team third.
Zerillo with it. Throws it up, and I don't know how I got that to go in, but she gets her 6th point.
Alyssa Zerillo.
The circus shot. Foster. Evans. Putrich. Jansen for 3. Off the back of the rim, no good. Putrich gets it back, and she runs over Suter. And Suter, I don't think, was even looking to take a charge there. She's just in the wrong spot at the wrong time. Putrich is going to pick up her 3rd foul.
Putrich, her 3rd.
Reese Putrich.
Number 25,
Anna Curley replaces Suter as the Farmers went back to the full court press with 15 seconds remaining. Curley's going to have it, gets across half court. Foul's going to be charged to Delaney Foster, her second, team's 5th. Zerillo's shot short, rebounded by Gilfillan. Strange for 3, left wing, off the back of the rim, no good. And they're going to call a foul at the end of the quarter I believe it's going to be on Zerillo. We'll wait and see here. It is on Zerillo.
Foul is charged to number 10, Melissa Zerillo.
Her second.
That'll be her second.
Team second. That's the end of the third quarter of play. We'll take a break and be back on TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH right after this.
MDH has committed to having a top-notch OB-GYN unit.
The new facility, the Dolores Cater Schweitzer Women's Center, this is a quality facility that the patients need to match the quality of care.
And then we also have a new clinic, which is state-of-the-art.
And here at McDonough, we have a team. And everybody feels like they're a part of the successes that we have.
We have a strong team in our office and in labor and delivery.
MTC Communications is building a high-speed fiber network in our community, and we're putting priority on the areas with the greatest interest. That means we need your input to let us know you want us to build fiber in your area first. Experience the speed and convenience of fiber internet by visiting our special website and registering. Let us know you want fiber internet today, and make your voice heard.
So we're back underway here. Fourth quarter action from BPC High School. No jump balls in the third quarter. Farmington gets the ball to start the fourth quarter, as a bunch of subs are in for at least one for the Spartans, as Madison McGrew checks in for the first time. For BPC, it's Zerillo, Curley, McGrew, Gilfillan, and Miller.
Spartan foul charge number 25, Anna Curley.
Anna Curley is going to pick up her second foul, team foul number 3. The free throw line shooting 2 is Anna Wabel. First one is off, no good.
For the Farmers, number 25, Anna Wabel.
Second one is good for Wabel. Zerillo with it. Through the hands of Miller, right to Gilfillan. Her shot's off, no good. Rebound to Foster. And go back the other direction. 46-27. Fourth quarter action. Putrich for 3. It's off, no good. Miller clears out Foster and then gets the rebound. Miller showing some strength down in the post. 7:10 remaining in the basketball game. McGrew with it. Zerillo now. Zerillo still with it. And a foul on the shot.
Foul charged to number 12, Reese Putrich.
Reese Putrich picks up her fourth foul. Jill Miller is going to be shooting 2 free throws. She is now, after that miss, 1 for 3 on the night. And she missed the second. Wabel with the rebound off the floor. Donna, we're glad that you're able to watch Ashanti, and we're glad everybody's able to watch. We do like seeing where everybody's watching from and who you're cheering for. That doesn't matter if you're cheering for Farmington or not. We love to see you in our live chat. It is open, so hop in there. Tell us who you're cheering for and even be specific. Like Donna, we know Donna watches Ashanti. She's having a pretty decent game tonight, even though her squad's trailing by 19. Evans with it now, 6:15 remaining. Foster for 3, it's off, no good. Rebound by Zerillo. And she traveled, did Zerillo. Drug that back pivot foot. Eight three-pointers made by the Farmington Farmers tonight, so they've had a good game from outside the arc tonight. Wabel's come alive a little bit down in the post here in the second half. Evans now is going to walk it up the floor. 6 minutes remaining. 6 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter. Sickles is back in. Norris is back in, and just as I said that, Sickles is going to pick up the foul. Sickles is going to pick up her second. Wabel is going to be at the free throw line to shoot 2. She is 1 for 2 on the night.
Team 4.
Riley Jansen checking back in for the Farmers. Also in is Laura Stevens, Putrich, Evans, and, of course, Wabel, who's shooting free throws right now. She's got 2 of them coming. For BPC on the floor, it's Zerillo, Strange, Norris, Sickles, and Suter. Wabel made the first one. Second one good as well. Timeout on the floor. The 30-second timeout charge to Farmington. That'll be their final 30-second timeout.
Timeout on the floor, charge to the Farmers. It will be a 30-second timeout.
They have 2 timeouts remaining. As Wabel made them both. It's now 48-27. Again, 30-second timeout as Mr. Sargent dropped the microphone over there. Game being brought to you by JoJo's Gaming Parlor. JoJo's offers the best gaming experience in the McDonough County area. Stop in for a cold drink and a chance to take home a nice wad of cash while you're at it. Also on game nights, check out TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH Events live on the big screens. Come join your friends at JoJo's, located at 776 North Cole Street in Bushnell. Cheer the Spartans on to victory. .5:53 remaining in the basketball game. 48-27 is the score. Farmers lead BPC. Suter is back in after getting ran over by Putrich earlier in the quarter. Zerillo comes to Suter. 5:35 remaining. Right side to Sickles outside the three-point line. Again, I mentioned it earlier. That's the second time I remember her being out there tonight. Strange is going to take 3 left wing. It's off, no good. Norris with the rebound to put back, and it is good. She's got 5 points in the second half. Putrich for 3 again. It's off, no good. Rebound by Suter. Suter still with it. Trying to find somewhere to go with it. It's tipped away by Putrich. Jump ball. Possession BBC. Checking in for the Farmers. Number 15, Adrian Morse. And now a turnover. Morse comes up with it, and Zerillo knocks it away out of bounds. 4:46 remaining. Stevens. Evans backs it back out. Now to Stevens. Morse. Evans stolen away by Zerillo. Pull up. 10-foot jumper. Rattles in and out. 4:20 remaining. Evans with it. We'll have a mask timeout at the next dead ball. Going to run high-low. And now Suter is going to pick up the foul. It'll be her third.
Number 24, Elizabeth Suter.
And that is the mass timeout, so we'll take a break as well and be back here on TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH in just a minute.
Some farmers I know swear by a name, say they'd never operate anything else. Well, here are a few names for my Fendt 900 Gen 6 series. Fuel Saver, Time Maximizer, Game Changer. I like those names.
I chose physical therapy because I knew I wanted to be in the healthcare field. I wanted to be able to help patients in some way related to more in depth. We get to know our patients, and that's really what kind of sets us apart.
I became a nurse practitioner because I wanted to do more, I wanted to learn more, actually have more hands-on individually with patients. The rewarding part for me is that I get to come to work and learn something new every single day.
Welcome back to Bushnell Prairie City High School. 3:39 remaining. 48-29. Farmers with the lead over BPC. BPC will be in the bonus. I forgot to take that off earlier, but they are in the bonus the rest of the way. Putrich with it. 3:32 remaining. Stevens, right side to Evans. Looking down to Morse. Skips it across to Putrich. Up top to Stevens. 3:20 remaining. Zerillo is so quick. Oh, nice pass down to Putrich, and she's going to get the bucket. Give her 18 on the night.
Basket by Reese Putrich.
3 for Ashanti Strange is good. Give her 12 points on the night. Pass stolen away by Zerillo. Reese Putrich gets another bucket. Evans with it. Putrich gets up to the 20-point mark. Morse with it down low. Her shot's off. Rebounded by Zerillo to Strange. 2:09 to go. Strange jumper. Rattles around and falls in. Give her 14 on the night. And a timeout for subs as McGrew, Gilfillan, and Miller come in. A 30-second timeout charged to the Farmers.
In the Spartan lineup, Madison McGrew, Elizabeth Gilfillan, 22 Jill Miller, and 25.
For the Farmers, we'll try to get everybody out here that's on the floor now. Morris is still out there. Kylie Miller is in. Number 21, Madeline Hanlon is in. Number 5, Mariah Hayden gets the bucket to fall. Hadn't got to her yet, but she scores that quickly. And also number 24, Emily Vallenatos is in. Curley to Suter, 1:20 remaining. Suter's going to go across to Anna Curley. McGrew nearly has a pass taken away. Now from behind, Kylie Miller knocked the ball away from Gilvillan.
Number 5, Mariah Hayden. 13, Kylie Miller. 21, Madeline Hamlin. And number 24, Emily Vallenatos.
Miller is going to be fouled. Should be shooting a 1 and bonus. Nope, we're going to give her 2. Going to give her 2. Fouls on number 15, Adrian
Foul
Morse.
on number 15, Adrian Morse, her first.
Jill Miller shooting 2. She's 0 for 2 in the fourth quarter. Makes the first one.
Jill Miller at the line for Spartans.
Second one's off, no good. Rebound to Kylie Miller for the Farmers. 1 minute. 1 minute remaining in the basketball game. 35 points for BPC, 54 for the Farmers. It goes out to Hayden. Hayden comes up top to Hanlon. Morse with it down low again, has it knocked away. Jumper out there by Vallenatos is off, no good. Tapped out of bounds. BPC basketball, 37 seconds remaining. Curley with it. Stripped away from behind by Kylie Miller, but it goes out of bounds. Possession back to BPC with 29.5 seconds remaining. Right side to Miller. And she might have traveled, but it didn't call it. She loses the ball. A little struggle with her and Morris. A jump ball. Goes to the Farmers. 20 seconds remaining. Hayden gets it across the half-court stripe. Hanlon with it. Now to Vallenatos. Back to Hanlon. Kylie Miller. Baseline jumper. Long. Tipped out to Hayden. Her jumper is off, no good. Miller with the rebound, and that's how the game will end. Final score. Farmington 54, BPC 35. We'll take a break and be back here on TSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, right after this.
MDH has committed to having a top-notch OB-GYN unit.
The new facility, the Dolores Cater Schweitzer Women's Center, this is a quality facility that the patients need to match the quality of care.
And then we also have a new clinic, which is state-of-the-art.
And here at McDonough, we have a team. And everybody feels like they're a part of the successes that we have.
We have a strong team in our office and in labor and delivery. You will get the best care at McDonough District.
I couldn't ask for a better agent, for a better company in a disaster where you have no idea where to start.
I learned that there's not a given in life. It takes a team. There's people that are going to watch out for us and that care.
It's been pretty stressful. Once we saw Lori and got our plan, it's
like a huge weight lifted.
We're always moving. Scratch that. We're always moving forward. But forward can sometimes look a little backwards. Or like circles. Or like nothing at all. But we never stop. We never stop because life never stops. It's hard to stop a train.
Some farmers I know swear by a name. Say they'd never operate anything else. Well, here are a few names for my Fendt 900 Gen 6 series. Fuel Saver. Time Maximizer. Game Changer. I like those names.
I chose physical therapy because I knew I wanted to be in the healthcare field. I wanted to be able to help patients in some way related to more in depth. We get to know our patients, and that's really what kind of sets us apart.
I became a nurse practitioner because I wanted to do more, I wanted to learn more, actually have more hands-on individually with patients. The rewarding part for me is that I get to come to work and learn something new every single day.
Dry needling is where you insert a filiform needle into a muscle, a tendon, a ligament, sometimes a bone, and it promotes blood flow and circulation so that it heals that particular painful area.
And welcome back to Bushnell Prairie City High School for the post-game show, brought to you by JoJo's Gaming Parlor. JoJo's Gaming Parlor offers the best gaming experience in the McDonough County area. Stop in for a cold drink and a chance to take home a nice wad of cash while you're at it. Also on game nights, check out TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH Events, live on the big screens. Come join your friends at JoJo's, located at 776 North Cole Street in Bushnell. Cheer the Spartans on to victory. So, final score, as you see on the screen, 54-35. Farmers get the win over BPC. 20 points for a game high for Reese Putrich for the Farmers, and she had 5 3-pointers. She was 1 of 2 from the free throw line and had a pair of deuces in the fourth quarter. Also with 10 points for the Farmers, Delaney Foster. She had 2 threes in the first quarter. They finished with 8 3-pointers in the game, did the Farmers. So they scored 54 points, and 24 of those were from the 3-point line, and 6 were from the free throw line. So not a whole lot of 2-pointers, really, as things go for the Farmers. 9 points for Anna Wiebel, who finished 3 of 4 from the free throw line. Delaney Foster was also 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Those are the only 3 players that actually shot free throws for the Farmers. They finished as a team 6 of 8. 8 points for Emma Evans, 2 points for Emily Valianatos, 3 points for Riley Johnson, who also had one of the threes, and 2 points for Mariah Hayden, who came in late and got a bucket for the Farmers. Team high 14 points for Ashanti Strange. She had a pair of threes, did not shoot a free throw. Alyssa Zarillo had 6 points, 3 points for Elizabeth Gilfillan, all from the free throw line, 3 of 4. Jill Miller had 2 points, all from the free throw line, 2 of 6. 2 points for Anna Curley. 5 points for Kylie Norris. She was 1 of 2 from the free throw line. And 3 points for Jaitlin Sickles, all from the free throw line. She was 3 of 6 from the free throw line. The Spartans made 9 of 18 free throws, so they shot and actually made more than the other team shot. So this is one of the few times when you hear people say a lot that if you can make more free throws than the other team shoots, you're going to end up on the right side of the score column most of the time. Tonight is one of the times that is not the case. The Spartans finished 9 of 18 from the free throw line, but it was the 3-point shooting, especially there in the second quarter of Putrich, that ended up being the difference for the Spartans. A post-game show brought to you by JoJo's Gaming Parlor. And we'll get Coach Swartz on the headset here real quick. And, Coach, I'll tell you what, 12-10 after the first quarter. You guys came back late. Put that mic pretty close.
Yep. Yeah, there you go. Yep.
You came back at the end of the first quarter, looked pretty good, but Reese Putrich, 4 3-pointers and 13 points.
Man,
it's hard to defend that.
That killed us right there, and that's what I said. I said, we're doing a really good job shutting down the low post and shutting down everything inside, but we're giving up the outside shots. And, I told our post, because they're taller, I said, hey, you got to anticipate when 12 gets the ball out on the perimeter, you've got to go when the ball's in the air, and you've got to be in her face, because you got to get those long arms up and make her adjust her shot depending on who's getting in her face. And, those first few threes, we weren't contesting her at all, and she was just, hitting those lights out.
And once you feel it a little bit, once you feel like you can make a shot, the contesting doesn't bother you as much, does
right,
it?
Yeah. Once you get that confidence, nothing's going to stop you. So, even when she was getting contested, she was still just sinking them. And, she killed us last year, too. I think number 12 dropped like 28 on us last year. And so, she's just a player that comes back every year and is ready to roll.
Well, I tell you what, she had 20 points tonight, 5 threes on the evening, so that's pretty tough. But Farmington had just scored 54 points, but 24 of those came from behind the arc.
Mm-hmm.
That when you can do that, you don't need as many possessions or need as. And one of the things I talked about, there's a lot. You'll hear a lot of coaches say, if I can make more free throws than the other team shoots, I'm going to feel pretty good.
Right.
You guys did that tonight.
Yeah.
But the difference was the 3-point shooting.
The 3-point shooting, and you know what? And the tough part is we don't have the depth enough to play man, and so it's tough for us to match up, because then we'll just get dead legs, and we don't have enough girls on the bench, and so we're kind of forced and locked to play a zone, and so The zone, it takes away the inside, but it kind of opens up that outside. So when we run into teams that have good sharp point shooters, it's tough to defend. And so we've got to spread our zone out a little more. And, the more you spread out a zone, the harder it is to play a zone. So, it's a tricky situation.
Yeah, ball movement was pretty good for the Farmers tonight.
Yeah.
And that's the best way to beat a zone is with ball movement, obviously.
Absolutely.
And they did a good job of that and got some open looks. But the one thing I noticed about the JV team and the varsity team is neither score was good, but the JV team, they came back late.
Yeah.
This group of girls, you're down on numbers. Maybe you're not the most fundamentally sound, but these kids never quit, do they?
No, and that's what I told my 4 on the bench in the last 4 minutes, or the last minute there, and I even talked to them at the end in the locker room, and that's just me being so proud of them and on the way they carry themselves, even when we're in a losing situation. They don't put their heads down. They keep pushing the ball on offense, and they don't give up free shots on defense. And that's all I can ask for them is that they're giving 100% and leaving everything on the court. I can't complain when they're giving it their all.
I noticed last night and tonight you sub 2 forwards in, 2 forwards out. You don't really drop off much when you bring your second 2 forwards in, do you?
No, and that's an awesome thing is we've got depth in our post players, and we've found a good rotation with those 4 because the 2 and 2 play really well together. And like you said, it doesn't seem like our offense changes or our defense changes so much at all when they're out there. They all do a really good job on both ends, and they're good, strong, big post players.
In the first half, it seemed like you guys were better with Miller and Gilfillan on the floor, which were the subs.
Mm-hmm.
But in the second half, Norris kind of came more to life, and Sickles didn't have a great game, but she was kind of a force down low defensively, I thought.
Yep.
So it was like a tale of 2 halves for the posts, but all of them had got something working for them, and even though it was different halves.
Yeah, and like I said, they just work so well together, and Kylie. All 4 of them have just been playing with each other, since middle school and BTBA, and so there's just a lot of chemistry between those 4, and so it just really works out when you can pair them up and get them to work together.
Ashanti had a pretty good game for you. She finished with 14. Alyssa always pushes. She always is pushing hard, and she looked like she was just a little off tonight. A couple of times she went down with her leg twisted under her. You have to. She's. No matter what she does offensively, she's got to be one of the best defensive players in the conference, maybe in the state.
Yes.
And to see her go down, like the one time that I really know, there was 2 times. Once when she got her leg twisted under her at half court, and then once when she tried to stop and put up a shot, her right ankle kind of rolled.
Yeah.
You have to get a little queasy every time you see those falls, don't you?
I absolutely do, and I'm just thankful she's as durable as she is because, man, when she hits that floor, everyone in here hears it. I mean, it's not a soft landing when she hits the floor, and, she pops right back up. She has a positive attitude, and I always say, hey, 10, you good? And, she always gives me that little nod, and
She's never going to tell you if she's not.
No, anyway. She will not. She will not, and that's what I said. I looked over to my bench. I go, man, I never know if she needs a quick sub or not because she'll never let you know. And
that's her pedigree.
Yeah.
Her pedigree will not allow that to happen.
Absolutely.
But, Ashanti shows on a pretty regular basis how good she really could be. I feel like sometimes she doesn't insert herself or assert herself enough, but she's got some skill, and she kind of showed that today with the 3 and the 2.
Oh, man, yeah. She's definitely got that skill, and I tell her all the time, I say, hey, if you get baseline, no one's beating you baseline. If you get baseline and you can drive to the basket and you can put that ball up, you're either getting a foul or you're going to be able to put that ball up clean because she's a strong, good player and can drive. So it's just been getting her confidence in games, and if she comes out hot, she has that confidence throughout the game. So we're just trying to get her to feel comfortable with it's okay to miss your first shot or first few shots, and you can get hot throughout the game. It doesn't have to be at a certain point, and just be stress free out there and play your game.
There's a reason why they say shooters shoot whether they miss or not, right?
That's right, 100%. You got it.
Shooters shoot.
Yeah, absolutely. You've got to shoot your shot.
And we need you to shoot. Yeah, yep. I understand completely. Well, I think that I didn't talk to Coach Rodefer afterwards, but I think that if anybody's watched that JV squad, I know he's been trying to focus on fundamentals, and you can see that helping as this season goes along.
For sure. Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, I talked to them at the end of their game, and I said, hey, you guys have got to realize you are probably one of the youngest teams in our conference because they're almost all freshmen. One of our sophomores is their first time ever playing. So we've got one returning sophomore that played last year. And so we're a team of babies, you know, and so I told them they've got to look at that. I mean, Farmington had a whole bunch of sophomores on their roster on their JV team, and they had a lot of depth, and, you know, that's just something we don't have. And I told them, hey, you guys are going to grow so much more by the time of right now until the start of next year, and they're just going to notice that difference, and, you know, to not put their heads down and just, you know, have that confidence.
Well, it has to be a little bit of a boost of confidence. I felt like watching it because that fourth quarter they didn't allow Farmington to score.
Yeah.
They put some points on the board. So while Farmington's starting five kind of controlled them, when some of those girls move on or aren't available anymore, this whole team is going to be pretty much back next year for BPC.
Right.
So you have to feel like maybe a little bit that you can do some
that
things.
You can build on it, you know, yeah, and that's the thing, and that's what I wanted them to see is that we're going to build so much off of this year to next year, and especially with that team, is because they are so young. And, you know, I told them years before we've had 5 returning sophomores, 6 returning sophomores. Well, they've only got 1, so, you know, they've got to pick up that slack, and you know, they've got to have that pressure on their shoulders a little bit. But, you know, I just told them they're getting better each and every day. You know, in games, you know, you can tell that they're putting in the work and during practice, and, you know, they're just giving 100%. So.
Well, I don't know what game Coach Schneider's over there watching, but he's watching something that we can hear it. But at any rate, well, Coach, I'll let you get out of here. I don't know how much snow we've got.
Yeah, you know, I haven't taken a look outside. I'm a little scared too.
I asked Miles if he'd looked, and he asked me if I wanted him to look. I said no. We'll wait till it's done, and then I can cringe about driving to my country house after we get out of here.
Right.
So,
I know a lot of people are worried about those backcountry roads. So,
well, Coach, I greatly appreciate you coming and talking to us.
Absolutely.
I guess we'll see you at least Tuesday night, and Coach Rutherford should come up and talk to us Monday night.
Yeah, we'll make him. We'll make that a thing.
I know that he was. That fourth quarter was really good. Probably wasn't real happy with the first 3 quarters. It was pretty tough. First 3 quarters.
Yeah.
At any rate, thank you for joining us. We'll talk to you again next week.
Appreciate it. Appreciate you guys always and everything you guys do for us. Thank you.
Not a problem, sir. Coach Swartz coming and talking to us here at the post-game show. This post-game show has been brought to you by JoJo's Gaming Parlor. JoJo's Gaming Parlor offers the best gaming experience in the McDonough County area. Stop in for a cold drink and a chance to take home a nice wad of cash while you're at it. Also, on game nights, check out TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH Events live on the big screens. Come see your friends at JoJo's, located at 776 North Cole Street in Bushnell. Cheer the Spartans on to victory. Well, that'll do it for tonight. Spartans fall to the Farmers, 54-35 in varsity action, 25-15 in JV action. For Miles Hewlett, I'm Dwayne Hewlett. We'll be back on Monday night, barring weather and everything else. Yes, I know that it's a day off of school, and it's Miles' birthday. I'm not making Miles come that night. Unless he wants to and make some money, it's up to him. He says he doesn't need money. That's what he just said. No money needed. He's really upset because he can't get his driver's license on his birthday, though, I think. That's no fun. So he's got to wait a couple extra days. So he'll survive, though. So thanks for joining us tonight. We'll be back Monday night. It is 2 games against West Prairie, but it's girls and boys JV on Monday night, girls and boys varsity on Tuesday night. Both those nights is West Prairie and BPC. Tuesday night is senior night between the girls or boys game, which is first, and the girls game, which is second. So make sure you tune into that. We'll record and play and show all the senior night activities live as well. So once again, for Miles, I'm Dwayne. Thanks for joining us. We'll talk to you again on Monday night here from Bushnell Prairie City High School.